My Jamaican people, let me say something to you. The emotional wounds Jamaica never healed from. You're carrying wounds that are damaging the face of your family and the face of the nation. Let me say something to you. Sometimes the deepest damage, Jamaican people, is done to a people. It's not physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's psychological, and most of all, it's spiritual. My name is Lady Elizabeth. I'm a survivor of covert narcissistic abuse and emotional abuse and teeth and mouth trauma as a result of a car accident I had. Now, let's get right into the video, shall we? Welcome back. Today I want to talk about something very, very deep that's seriously affecting our country, and it's been going on for a very, very long time. I listened to Life According to Bob again, and he shared a story because he lived in Jamaica for 20 years. That's a very long time. And he's now out of love with the way that Jamaican people behave. He's not out of love with the country. He's out of love with behaviors and systems. And you know what? Many of it, I agree with him. Let's talk about it. He shared a story about a woman in Jamaica who obviously was his longtime friend. You know, she was very caring, very helpful, but later on, deep down, he realized that she was highly manipulative. So when I heard him talk about that, it brought me back to my marriage to a Jamaican man. Now, are all Jamaicans manipulative and covert? Absolutely not. But here is where the problem lies, right? We are not addressing these things, right? When he later realized that, he said it was so damaging to him he did not see it. And I could relate because I was in a marriage and I prayed, I fasted, I went to church, I got counseling, I got marriage counseling. I kept quiet. I did everything that I thought that a woman should do. And you know what? I lost myself in the relationship because it was covert, very, very covert. A lot of emotional dysfunction in our Jamaican culture and overall Caribbean culture has never been properly addressed. Now, let me be careful here. Manipulation, again, as I said, and narcissistic behavior are not uniquely Jamaican. They exist every single place in the world. But we're talking about Jamaica now, aren't we? But I do believe that societies are shaped by long term oppression, emotional suppression, survival trauma, and humiliation can develop unhealthy emotional patterns over generations if healing never takes place, my Jamaican people, and if it's never addressed. Jamaica play games with mental health. It's a very serious thing, and we need to pay attention to this, right? You cannot brutalize people over hundreds of years and expect that there are no emotional and mental scars. You are joking if you are in the cuckoo. You are in crazy if you think that that is just going to go away like that. It just does not happen like that. And many people in Jamaica do not realize that colonization does not only damage economics, it damages identity, it damages self worth, it damages emotional health. And yes, and if it is not addressed, it damages physical health because I suffered from it. And some of my children are suffering from it. So don't tell me. I've experienced this myself and I'm very passionate to talk about it today. Now let me hear you carefully. Let me hear you. Now hear me carefully. I'm sorry. This is not an excuse for bad behavior. It is not an excuse to make changes. Adults are still responsible for healing and taking accountability. But roots do matter. Jesus said, I am the vine and you are the branch. If you abide in me, then excellent fruit will come out of you. And personally, I completely understand emotional manipulation deeply because I was married to a covert narcissist. Highly educated, very nice personality, very hardworking, extremely intelligent and smart, and very calculating and strategic. And this was after a number of years I found that out. And unless you have experienced covert narcissistic abuse, people do not really truly understand how subtle and emotionally destructive it can be. That experience changed how I see emotional healing. It changed everything about me. But I didn't fold. I went ahead and got as much therapy as I could. And today, I am 99% a healed woman. I leave out the 1%. You know why? Because there are things that still bother me to this day. And it probably will always bother me until I get old. Because, let me say something to you. Unhealed emotional wounds in a nation that's left untreated do not just affect individuals. It affects families, it affects communities, and in the long term, it affects entire cultures. And that is what's happening in Jamaica right now. But let me say this clearly, my Jamaican people. This is not all Jamaicans. No, it's not. The majority of Jamaicans I know are phenomenal human beings. The conversation is about healing, not condemnation. And I do not want you Jamaican people to twist my words because I'm a highly educated, smart woman. I read a lot. I'm not just college educated, I read a lot of books. And I am deeply emotionally regulated. So do not twist my words, okay? Because let me say something to you. If we refuse, right, to confront emotional dysfunction honestly in our Jamaican culture, then nothing changes. And all people are going to do is sit back and complain. Let me say something to you. I do believe that Jamaica can heal, but we have to take the first step. And if taking the first step means that I have to come out here and get raw with this is what I'm going to do. The Bible says everything in darkness must come to light. Healing starts with you. Healing starts with the truth. And unless we face the truth, nothing will change. This is Jamaica raw and unfiltered. Let me explain something to you. If you enjoyed this video, if there's anything that I say in this video that resonates with you, why aren't you subscribed? Could you go ahead and subscribe? I appreciate your support. In addition to that, I'm going to ask you if you can share the video. There are many Jamaicans that are frustrated about the trajectory as to where our country is going. So please share the video so that many people can come on and YouTube will share this content to tell people that the content is necessary and needed for such a time as this. Thank you so much. I appreciate you listening to me and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.